Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen right now to show us what we are doing. So right here, this is the article. Certain useful HTML5 features you may not be using, and the guy talk about HTML5 blah blah blah. It's not a new thing. So in this article, I'm listing that some that I've not used but found them useful. So now the first one is details tag. So what is details tag? The details tag provide on-demand detail to the user. So what does this mean? It said if you have a need to show content to user on demand, use this tag. By default, the widget is closed. When open, it expands and displays the content within. The summary tag is used with details tag to specify a visible heading for it. So now let's demonstrate what we have. So I open my VS Code, create a new file which I will name HTML5 practice. Okay, so I will use the mlet to generate a HTML5 boilerplate. So I will name it. Okay, what is that? Yes, I am. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. So I will name my document HTML5 practice. Okay, cool. So now let's get into the body where we'll put the contents of what we want to do right now. So first of all, we use the main tag so that I will just go directly to the main content we want to display to our user. So inside my main tag, I will have some section. Inside the section, I will have some p tag. P tag, and I will have some lorem presom in it. No, the H1 will be inside the main tag actually. The H1 will be inside the main tag, but you can still stay inside the body tag. So let's use H3. Yes. So now let's name it HTML5 practice. No, I just choose it. It's my own preference. I did not choose it because of anything. It's like preference for me. Yeah, I can choose H1. I can choose H2. I just choose to use H3. So the next one, I put another lorem presom here, and the third one, the third lorem presom. Okay, so for me now to use the summary and the details tag, first of all, for this session, let me name it. Let me use H2 to name it random article. No, it's not tag. Random article is test. Okay, we have that. So now to use the details tag, first of all, like I said previously, it is inside the details tag that we have summary tag. So first of all, I will wrap everything inside my section with details tag. I will wrap everything with details tag. So So now I've wrapped everything. So because I want this random article to be what user will be able to click, and it will now display all this random text. So I will now wrap it with summary. I hope you are getting that. So I save. Now let me run it in a browser using the live server extension. So you can see this. So when I click on random article, it displays the text. When I click open, click open, click open, click open. Can we all see that, everyone? Do we understand what I just did right now? This is the code. Okay, cool. Okay, now so let's go to the next one, which is content editable. So what is content editable? Content editable is an attribute that can be set on an element to make the content editable. It works with elements like div, p tag, another list tag, etc. And he said you have to specify it like elements, the attributes, which is content editable, true or false. And he said notes, when content editable tag attribute is not set on an element, it will be inherits from its parent. Do we get that? So this is what they mean. First of all, let's make this p tag, the second p tag, let's make it editable. So to do that, I will use the attribute called content editable. So inside it, you see it's giving me the option like I should put something. So it's either I use true or false. So if I use true and I save and I go to my web page and I click on it, and you see that the second paragraph is editable. I can add random text, random text, random text, random text, random text, random text, random text. But if I use false it means that the contents won't be editable. Let me open. Can you see that it's not editable any longer? It has changed to default non-editable. Do we get that? Anyone? I hope you get that. Okay, cool. So now let's move on to the next one, which is map. Okay, this map is a map. The map tags helps in defining an image map. An image map is any image with one or more clickable area within it. The map tags goes with a area tag to determine the clickable areas. The clickable area could be either of this shape, which is rectangle, circle, or polygonal region. And he said if you do not specify any shape, you consider the entire image clickable. So now let's practice what they said. Now inside our session, let's bring yes. Hello Sam. Hello Mr. Sunday.
Yeah, hello, Mr. King.
Yes sir.
I'm trying to create a new project in my Sublime Text.
Okay.
It's not displaying what is displaying in your screen.
Okay, can you show me your screen? Let's fix it together.
Okay,
Share your screen, let's fix it.
okay, okay.
Yeah, we are waiting. waiting for you. We are waiting for you, Mr. Sunday, to share your screen to us.
Okay, I'm coming.
Okay, sir.
Can you see it now?
Okay, yes, I can see it. Okay, okay. First of all, now
Uh,
you have something like this, and inside of it, clear what
okay,
you have right now. Clear what you have. Clear clear what you have inside
okay.
your, yeah. Now
I've
click
cleared
on,
everything.
press Ctrl S to save this document first.
Control S.
Yeah. So save it as the name of your project file. Next, okay, go to documents. Before you do that, click on this side bar. No. This side. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So click on your document. Scroll to document so that you're able to save it in the document folder. No, scroll up. You get your documents on upper part so that you're able to find it when you want to do anything on it. Scroll up.
There is no document.
No, scroll up. And that's it. Document. Yeah,
Okay, I've seen
yeah. So now inside the file name, write your
it.
name or what you want to save it as. .html. Yeah, save. Okay. Wait, what is going on? Okay, you know what?
Just
On what do you say?
there's
What
one,
else? You know what? Under this,
there's one I did yesterday to display I did wrong. Like what you have on your screen.
yes,
It will show HTML,
yes, yes,
diamond
yes,
something.
yes, yes. I will.
What are you supposed to do? But
We will
that's
do
what
it.
I done today.
What do you say? We will do
I
it.
said I did it yesterday, but I don't know what I done today.
Okay, you know what? Click on this folder. Click on this public folder. Right click
This
on
one
it.
I did.
Yeah, right click on it. Click on new file.
New file.
Yeah. So now click on Ctrl S. Ctrl
Control
S.
S.
Yeah. So now save it as
I've
the
done
name of
that.
.html. Save it the name of your file and .html. No, use another name. Use another name. .html. Save. Okay. You know what? Okay. Press HTML.
Yeah.
Yeah. HTML semicolon 5 in the front. Semicolon 5. No. Semicolon. Those two dots. Semicolon 5 and press tab.
And press what?
Tab. No, I mean tab, not enter. No, clear it and type it again and press tab. Clear. Okay. Yeah, type HTML colon 5 and press tab. HTML5. Press. Oh. Oh. Okay, you know what? I think you have not installed the extension. Like, if I let me share you my screen, what I'm trying to, what I say you should do. Let me open my Sublime so that you see what I say you should do. That means, okay, you know
Okay.
what? Go to tools. Click on tools. Okay, let's just solve it right now. Click on tools. Click on install package control.
Install package control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's finish downloading what you want. Okay. Click on OK. So click on tools again. Click on command platelet.
Command.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Click and type install package control. Install package. Type install. Okay, that's it. Install package. Click on, yeah, the first one. Yeah. So now type HTML autocomplete.
HTML
Yeah, and
autocomplete.
click on HTML5. No, wait. Go back. HTML5 and click let it install. Click on it. Okay, that one will install. So now, now clear the HTML5 you typed earlier and retype it again and press tab. Okay, it's not working yet. Okay, you know what? Close your Sublime and reopen it. We wait for you. We will solve this tonight. Clear that. Cleared it.
What?
No,
I'm so sorry. Oh.
no, don't save. Click on no.
I click on it.
Okay, click on the public folder again. Right click on it. Public folder.
Play folder.
Public folder.
Okay.
New file. Don't Control S to save and choose the previous file. So the name of the file you saved earlier. Just type your name. So choose one. Click on save. Yes. So now type HTML
Are you,
semicolon.
are you sure it's okay now?
What do you say?
HTML.
HTML.
I said, are you sure it's okay now?
It should. HTML5.
Tap.
Yeah. It's not working. It's not
No
working, right?
working.
Okay. No, go back to command platelets.
I'm there.
Okay. Click on it. Type install.
Or
Click on
maybe
it.
I should delete it and install.
What do you say?
Maybe I should delete the Sublime text and reinstall
No,
another
no, no,
one.
no, no. It's not. It's not. It's the package control needs to install. Click on install. The first one.
This one, Ali.
Yeah. Search for HTML. Okay. Choose the second one. The third one. Boilerplate. Yeah. So let's say finish install. So now, restart your Sublime. Close it and open it again. So no, wait. Don't clear that. Clear the HTML file you type. So now retype it again. No, don't close that. Don't close it. Click on cancel. Okay. Type HTML5 colon 5 tab. Oh wow, what's going on? Clear it again. Clear it and type it again. Ah, yeah. This is strange. It's strange. It's strange.
I'm telling you, so
Well, you know what? Let me check my and see.
okay, no problem. I'm telling you that it's yesterday. I think I will make me layer to do myself. I don't know and I always one of the Finland is partnering with all this course, but that course is 5 months. How much? It's free. Okay, free. 5 minutes. That is the most possible. And the text editor that they are using
Okay, you
is
know what?
Sublime Text.
Hello.
Okay, I should delete it and restore
No,
it.
no, no, no.
Maybe
Go
that should be
to.
the solution.
No, no, that's not. Click on tools.
Choose.
Yeah. Command platelet. Command platelet.
Okay.
Install package. Yeah, install package. Click on it. Let's bring out the packages. Click type HTML. Oh, type emmet. Sorry, go back. Type emmet. E.
MX.
Yeah, EMMET.
ET.
Yeah, that's the first one.
This one has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's finish install.
Open.
Yes.
Have you seen what it's
Yeah,
written?
yeah. Let's see. That's it. Yeah, click on
Should I
enable.
click yes?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Go back to your file. No, okay. Open. No, open and close. Sorry. Open Sublime and close it again.
And you close it now.
Yeah, open it. Yeah, open it again now. So now go to your file, the file you are typing, the first one. Yeah. So yeah, type it. HTML5 colon 5. HTML colon 5. It's working now. It's work now. Oh yeah, type tab.
Okay.
Tab. So I'm sorry,
Tab.
it's MS. Yeah, that's it. It's MS you're supposed to have installed. So
Because I would like to. I've been battling with this thing like even on YouTube because
wow.
I didn't really want to disturb you.
Oh, you should have disturbed me.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm available. You should have disturbed me now.
Thank
So
you so much.
you are welcome, sir. You are welcome, sir. So you can now start doing what you are doing right now. So thank you. So anyone,
Everyone, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
no problem. Anyone also have any challenges with their code editor? We can let's do it. Let's solve it together like this too. Oh, Mr. Said, welcome. actually, actually, it's me that I'm supposed to have know what is wrong, but I did not get some time. So welcome, Mr. Said. You did not miss it much. Okay, so let's continue with what we are doing. So can someone remind me where we stop? I don't get that. Privilege. I'm not getting this language. What does it mean, please? Okay. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And you? Mr. Francis, what is that? Oral show. Okay, I think we stop at image map. Can we all see this? So the image map helps in defining an image map. The map tag helps in defining an image map. An image map is any image with one or more clickable area within it. So now let's go into the session again. So now, first of all,
The best time for person to so by that time, all your time, you don't get anybody this because when I
we create another session that we hold our image. So inside the session we have image tag in it. So in the image tag we have we go to our image folder, which is in HTML, images, and HTML this, and the alternative text. Okay, no problem, Mr. Sai. We sort that out when we are through. Difference. So in it, so to be able to now use the map with this image, we use an attribute called use map. So the use map, that's where we now put the name of our image, the area name. So that's, let's use HTML. So let's check back the article so that we are not missing anything. So we have map, and we have map with name, circles map, and we have area and the shape in it. So now let's do that right now. Map name is HTML, and inside the map we have area. So the shape, we want to use reds, and we want to use coordinates. So I'll just go to their coordinates here and I will copy one of it, or Mr. Saidi can give us any coordinates to use as our physicist. So now the href, so the href will be where we want the page to go to. So let me use this page called commodity test HTML. So we save, and we now go to our page. So can you see this, everyone? But right now I don't think it's not working, because if it's working, it will have shown that the image is clickable. So that means something is missing. So let's check the tag again so that we see what is missing. Okay, I think why it's not working is because our use map must start with what's it called, hash, before you can. So now let's save again and let's go to our page. Oh, still yet it's not working. What can be the issue? What can be the issue? We have our image, we have our odds, we have our use map. Okay. So we have our area, we have shape. Where is that? No, it's just a Lorem present test. You know, we have this same issue the first time we try it, and we just have to. Okay, wait. What is happening? Okay, you know what? Let's copy that code. It's not bad. Yeah, it's Lorem present. It's just a dummy gibberish test like that. So now I'm copying that code to test it to see why it's not working. But after we are done with it, I will uncomment it out and I will test it back. So now let's see what's going on. I will save. Now we check. So you can see that it's working. Their code is working, so ours is not working. So something must be wrong somewhere. Like their one is working. You can see that it's showing me clickable area. It says cannot get blah blah. So it's showing me clickable area. If I over mouse on it, showing me. So now let's figure out why ours is not working. First of all, we have the same image map, same image. The second one is we have the same. They use auth, we also use auth. They use map, we also use this map. Let's use something. Use map, HTML, use map, HTML map, and in our map we call it HTML map. They use area shape rate, we also use area shape rate. Just to check what is not working. I think everything is the way it should. I'm just trying to copy it down so that we see it. It's still the same thing. What could be wrong then? That means we are getting something wrong. That's why it's not working. Or can someone help us to figure the error out? Maybe I'm not seeing the error. Anyone? Yeah, it should, but it's currently not working. That's why we don't know what is going on right now. But let me see. Is it because I'm using session? I want to check if it's because I'm using session. That's why it's not working. Just have to find debug it till it work. Still yes, it's not working. So what could be wrong? I know error is showing right here. So what could be wrong? What are we not getting right? Okay, let me validate the code. I think the code is to finish. Let me try one of their. But this should work. Let me try to work with their own. Let me change this from circles map to circle map. So I'll be able to know what is actually not going on. If it's a man error, it's a code error. It's still working. So that means something must actually be wrong with that. Okay, you know what? Let's use width 500, height 500. Oh, it's not working. So it's actually working before, because it's not working because our image is too small. So that's why the coordinate is not showing where it should be placed. So it's actually working before. So if you see, if I click on it, so it takes us to another page. So it's actually working before. It's because our coordinate is too, the image is too small. So that's why the coordinate is not working the way it should. Yes, that's why I have to change the size. Like this, I have to use the same size. So it's because our image is too small before, that's why. So let me use a little bigger. Let me use 200. Let me use 200, 200. You see, it's not working again because the image is small. So now instead of using 200, let me use 1000. So our image will be somehow big. So I've used 1000. Okay, can you see that it's working? So this is the angle, this is the coordinates. This is the coordinate. It is. It's just a, what's it called? It's just a rectangle. Can you see? Just small. Yeah, exactly. If you change the location, I think when we change the location, we change the coordinates, it will work whenever we want it to. So that's another calculation on its own. But do we get it right now? Okay, cool. So now let's continue. The next one is mark content. So mark content. So what does mark content does? So mark content, we use the mark tag to highlight any text content. So mark content is like maybe you highlight a text, maybe in your document, in your text documents. That's when we use it. So, and something we can easily, let me comment this out. So let's create another section for, I will put some lorem presume text in it. So let me put some tag inside the p tag. I have some lorem presume. Okay, now so I want to use the mark content to just select this for this text. So I'll use mark, and I'll close it. Maybe I want to use this part, and I will save. So let's check our web page. So can you see? So the default color of the mark content or mark tag is yellow, but we can change it in our CSS. You can change it using CSS. So now let's change using our CSS. So I won't create a file for it. I'll just change it directly from here. Okay, or I will create I will use the file I already have, which is the style sheet I already created before. But I'll just declare this style sheet. I'll use it. I'll just declare I'll use what's it called? I'll use element selector to select it so that it will work. So now let me go to my CSS file. Let me expand that. So let me go to my CSS file. So under element selector, I will just say map. I'll declare map the properties. I'll change the background color to. Can anyone suggest color I should change it to? Any color I should change it to? Someone should just color. Okay, green. Let's go with green. So the background will be green. So now let's check our page. You see, it's green. So why this is also green? Why the text of this paragraph is green? Because in our CSS file we already apply that every p tag must be green. So if I comment that out, everything will be back to normal, and it's still underlined. If I let me comment that out too, can you see that, everyone? But if you are not understanding anything, yeah, we use universal element to specify the background color. That's why it's gray. Additionally, we change it to, let's use purple. So can you see the page is now purple? We have our green mark content. Do you all get that right now? Oh, Mr. Ali, you said you can't see anything. What's that? Can you see right now? Or you can't see? You can't still see anything. Like this is the page. Can you still see it? Can you see it, or you can't still see anything? This is what we are working on, and this is our code, and this is our markup. I mean, this is our CSS, and this is our HTML page. Can you see it right now? Wait, how many of us can see what we have been discussing since? Wait, you mean? Okay, no, Marvel. Check the tutorial I sent to you so that when you check through it, when you go through it, you understand what we're doing. So you mean someone with me? You can't see what we are been explaining since. Yeah. It's because I'm sharing my whole screen. That's why. Okay, you know what? Let me share just the ordinary screen I'm presenting with. I'm sharing my whole screen. That's why it's going on and off. So okay, let me just present the one. Can you all see this now? So can you see this now? Can you see the page right now? Mr. Liu, can you see it too? Okay, cool. So it's because I'm sharing the whole screen. That's why you're not seeing. What about Mr. Francis? Can you see it? Mr. Sunday, can you see it? Mr. Said, can you see it? Okay, cool. Okay. So now let's continue. So the next tag is data attributes. So what is data attributes? The data attributes are used to store custom data private to the page or application. The stored data can be used in JavaScript code to create further user experience (UX). The data attributes consist of two parts. The attribute name should not contain any uppercase letter and must be at least one character long after the previous data. The attribute value can be any string. So now let's work on that. I hope you can see the screen right now. So now let's work on that. Let me share my Visual Studio right now. So now you can see this. So in my Visual Studio, in this session, let's follow the example they use right here. Which is in our session. Let's have another session in it, but let's give the name data attributes example. So that is, we have a session in it. So in that session, we give it an ID. So ID of, let's use data processing. Also in that, we now use the data attributes, which is data dash. Yeah, that's ID selector. Well, that's ID selector. That's when you are talking in CSS or you want to use it in JavaScript. But right now, you just want to use the data attribute. Though we are going to use the ID too in JavaScript, but right now we just want to use the data attributes. Now let's say our data attributes name will be data hyphen custom action is equal to you guys are amazing. After that, so now we have inside we have I have a message for you. So as we have this right now, so now we make it work using button. So there's a button function called button. There's button what's attribute called on click, which we use with JavaScript. So we say click me. So now in our JavaScript, we create a function called, I'll just put the function in, I won't be creating it. So let's put our scripts here. This is our script. So what this script is working for is, now we are creating a function called reveal. So this function reveal we are creating a function called reveal, which we are going to use to display the message we have for the user. So what this function is doing is we create a variable called data div. So data div, we are assigning the variable to the elements which we are getting using the ID, which is this data processing. So I'll have to change this to data processing. So now you now want the value. What will now be the value? Now say the value, we want to target the value of let's value. We create a variable called value and we assign it to this ID, which is data div. We now say data div does set custom attributes. So now when we now set the custom attribute, we now want it to display the attributes with the message of whatever we put in the value. So now let's save it and run it on our web page, and let's see if it works. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys. The thing is not working because why do we put log sign? Okay, this log sign is actually we are concatenating this element together. We are concatenating this value. We are concatenating it together. So for this message, let's put the message here. Let's put a p tag. P tag. Oh, sorry about that. P that has empty value but has an ID of MSG, which is message. That's where we display the information. So now let's save. Let me show you what is going on. Okay, let me now show you what is going on the page. Let me make it clearer so that let me remove the pink we put on our universal. Let me just comment it out so that the thing will turn to white. So as you can see, let me refresh the page. So let me scroll down so that you can see everyone. So this is it. I said we create a section which have a message in it. So to be able to display the message, we have to click on this click me button. So this click me button, we already wrap it with a function called reveal, and write the function that whenever they click it, the message inside that section should be displayed. So now let me click on this click me. If I click on click me, so the message appear. It say you guys are amazing. That's the message. Do we understand what is going on here right now? Do you understand it? Okay. Any other person, Mr. Sunday, Mr. Francis, Mr. Mawumi? Do you understand it? Okay, cool. So now let's move to the next tag, which is the output. So this output tag, what does it do? So the output tag represents the result of a calculation. Typically, This element defines a region that will be used to display test output from some calculation. So this output tag we are using, like we are creating a kind of a minimal or a simple calculator on our web page, which is a multiplication calculator. Actually, we can even use addition, but let's first try this first. So in order to do that, we use the form tag. And I think last time I was explaining it, I told us to, I give us an assignment to find out what form tag is, to learn what are the attributes, what the attributes, types and method are working for. I hope we can. Do we remember Mr. Francis and Mr. Said? Yes, actually, yeah. With what we are having here, we can create a simple calculator on our web page, we should just do some minimal multiplication for us, and we just put the test and it. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. So now let me share my Visual Studio. So inside this session again, let's use it. So first of all, in order to use the form elements usually stays, the input element. Before we create this input element, the input element stays inside the form element, just like we have title in head element or head tag. So now first of all, we create the form element. So inside the form element, we use some attributes. In the example, so sorry about that break. So let me just bring it so that I will explain what is going on. Can we hear me, everyone? Okay, cool. So now I just copy the code here, but I want to explain one by one. So first of all, when we write our form elements, we use an attribute called onInput. OnInput is a form attribute. That's what we use. So onInput element, onInput attribute, when we put that, the value will now be s dot value equal to pass int. Pass it is like we are converting. So pass int is like we are converting, maybe let's say a string is like a text. We are converting a string to integer. Integer is like a number. So that's what we are trying to do here. So let's do a value brackets bye pass int b value. So after we do that, we open our form element. We now use our input tag, and our input tag doesn't have a closing tag. Yeah, exactly. So we can now change the multiplication. We can change it from multiplication to addition, or to division, or to modulus, to whatever we want it to be. So now we declare id, which is our id will be a, and the value will be 0. So the value is 0 means that the default value less of our calculator of our calculator will be 0. I will now say multiply by the second input. So now we use number. Okay, cool. So now let's go to the next tag. Because of our time, I think we are. So the next one is just the range slider. We have also we can use it with input. Let me just copy and paste it and show us how to do that. So now let's go to this. Let me show us our code. You're the one. So these are code. So now to use the range, let me just paste it. So what is happening right here? We have the form and the method post. We have the input element with tag range, the name range, the minimum of 0 and the maximum of 100. We have steps. One, like how we want it to move from. Is it one step per time, like going from 1 2 3 to 100, or 2 steps per time, like going from 2 4 6, like that. And the value should be there. It should be like none. So now they change it with an event, which is a JavaScript function, so that whenever as it is changing, it should be showing what is changing. So with this, let's run this on our browser and let's see what's going on. So can you see we have a range? Can we all see that? Okay, cool. So now let's go to the next element on the web page. Which is meter. So meter is also like range, but this one is just default. Like this one doesn't move. It's just like when we have some kind of showing us our what's it called, our system storage size. So this one doesn't move. We don't drag it. It's not movable. It's static. So let me show us the example. So we have, first of all, we have to declare what's the label. So let's let the label of our own will be, let's use our system as an example, which is a C drive. And what's the name? The name will be local disk C, or local disk. So now the value, the ID should be C. The value should be, let's say we have 500 gig hard disk. We want it to be 320 out of 500, and it should be, that will be like 7 out of 10. Let's save and display it on our web page. So you scroll down, you can see this last one, which is showing local disk, and showing like 320 out of 500. I hope you can all see that. Can we all see that? Okay, that's cool. So the next one is using input elements. This is a different type of input elements. We have required attributes. What does the required attribute do? Required attribute mark an input element as input field as mandatory. Like maybe you have visited a sign up page and you want to submit, and it's telling you that, and you lift a field on field and it's telling you please fill this field, and you are not able to submit what you want to do. That means they use a required attribute. So the another is autofocus. Autofocus attribute is provide focus on the input element automatically by placing the cursor on it. So that's what autocursor do. So the next one is validation with regex. So regex means you can specify a pattern using regex to validate the input. So this is a way whereby you set some kind of validation pattern on your web page or your input elements, so that before they submit, they must meet some required pattern or required validation you already set in place. So let's test that out. Let me show the browser we use, the code editor. So now this is it. So the first one, we are using the input type of password. The name of our input is in password. The ID is password. So the placeholder is like telling our user what are the requirements for the password. So this one is telling that, okay, the password must be 6 to 20 characters, and the password must have at least 1 digit, 1 uppercase and 1 lowercase letter. And so what is the pattern? The pattern means pattern now is the regex validation we are putting in place, which we have. One, they must use A to Z in lowercase, they must use A to Z in uppercase, and the character length should be 6 to 20. And they are also using autofocus attributes and require attributes. So when we save this and we run it on our web browser, okay, no problem, Mr. Said, you can, and we run it on our web browser, we see it in action. So now this is it. You can see that. Let me zoom in. You can see that the cursor is already in it. It's already in our inputs, and it's telling us that 6 to 20 character must be the value, at least 1 digit, at least 1 uppercase, and at least 1 lowercase. And if I click on enter, like to submit. Okay, let me, sorry about that, let me put this in a form element. And I put a submit button. So you can see we have a submit button on our page. So if I click on submit, it's telling me that please fill out this field. So now let me now try to put some character in the input field. Let me use, since it said it must be 6 character, let me now use 1 2 3 4 5 6 and try to submit again. Maybe with, so it's telling me now that please match the requested format. So this match the requested format is the, because of the pattern of the validation we already put in place. That's why it's telling us this, because it has to be letter uppercase and lowercase. So let's say I put capital letter D and small letter A and I click on submit, it will now go. That means it meets the validation we put in place. Do we get that? Okay, cool. So the last one for this is another input that we use to pick color on the web browser. So you can see it's a simple color picker which we use it with input elements. So now let's try it out. Okay, oh sorry, let me show you how I did that. Okay, I just add the submit button using this button element and the attribute of type submit, and I put the submit text in front. So now let's use the last one we are working on, which is the color picker.
Are you feeling the phone? If you're not interested, give me that phone. What I know you do another thing.
So now you see this input type, we have color and we have unchanged show color. So actually what they use here is some JavaScript so that as we are applying the color, it will be affecting the page. So now let me save it and show you on our web browser what is going on. So now you can see you have this color here. So if I click on it, to show me a color palette whereby you can choose different color we want, red, pink, set different one we want, and because the JavaScript is not working, that's why it's not showing the color on the background. So do you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. What's that, sir?
No, no. I was answering to your question.
Okay, so that's all for now. So do I have any question before we call it a day? No problem, Mr. Mave. Thank you for your time. Okay, sir, Mr. Francis. So thanks to everyone for attending this extended class for today. Yes, I will send a video. I will send it in the Google Classroom. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tim, for taking the time to break down this for making this class look so simple.
It's thanks be to God. It's the work we have to do.
Abi now, please don't forget to send the
No,
video.
I will send it. You get the one for the CSS and this one late in the day tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
because this is what I'll be doing throughout the week because you, I've
Uh,
not done any assignment.
okay,
Based
okay,
on the fact that that this thing that is giving me problem before has been resolved.
okay,
So
okay,
I now have more time.
okay. And I would love to see your action. I
Thank
would
you.
love to see your code.
Sure, sure.
Okay,
I will share them with you.
okay, no problem. And so,
All right.
don't worry. I also there will be assignments on a Google Classroom, so you check it out and you solve it. So
All
thank
right, no problem. Thank you so
you're welcome, sir.
much. Yeah, bye.
Bye, sir.